ice cream all the way out to Bluefield, Virginia. It is currently Monday. We have just completed a 34-hour reset at the yard. We left you last time. We had just delivered a load back to the Lamar's area. Last week, I took a break because we went to New York again.
Back to Dunkirk.
So, yeah, decided to spare you guys that. But this week we're back at it and looking out for adventure. I think tonight we're going to stay in Champaign.
Around there.
Yeah, in that area. We'll see what happens. But be sure to stay tuned and you can find out with us. So we'll see you later. Somebody's in a mood today. Anyway, I realized at the end of the last video, I forgot to tell you that our delivery was for Wednesday. And we picked up on Monday in Lamar's. Our delivery was Wednesday. We've actually been here before, so it's kind of nice to revisit these places when there isn't, 8 inches of snow on the ground.
I'm froze now.
I don't know, I'm kind of digging the fog. Either way, we're here. We were a tiny bit early. They got us backed in and we're getting unloaded. Our return load is going to be possibly concerning because we had to start our clock to drive over here today. Not a big deal in and of itself, except that our next pickup is 300 miles from here. And that's
5 hours.
Yeah, it's a 5-hour drive minimum for that. Well, so that means that we're going to be into our drive clock for approximately 6 hours by the time we get over there to get that picked up. Fine. What time is our pickup? 5 p.m.? Right? Yeah. Yeah. That's what time our appointment is for pickup, is 5 p.m. today, Wednesday. Our delivery appointment is Friday, 9 a.m.?
Yeah.
9 a.m.
9 a.m. in Lamar's.
Yeah.
It's just right at 1,200 miles.
Yeah, so it's a little bit concerning. Basically, we're going to have about a day and a half to do all that. Yes, we'll have a little bit of drive time at the end of our day today, but, buddy-o, we were up at 5 o'clock this morning.
It's got the potential to be a shit show.
Yeah, so remember last week we talked about flip-flopping your sleep schedule, and we've had plenty of notice on this
one.
one.
We're not going to have to flip-flop our sleep schedule. We're just going to have to drive longer than we normally do and run harder than I want to.
I mean, 5 hours after a 5 p.m. pickup, and I can guarantee you it's not, we're going to be live loaded. So
yeah,
we're
it's
not
a live load.
We're not leaving there at 5 p.m.
At a minimum, we're going to leave there at 6 p.m.
If we're lucky.
Theoretically, I'll have 5 hours of drive time after that. So that means I'm not going to get shut down until basically midnight, which means I can't move until 10 a.m. the next day.
Right.
So that means that day is going to be even longer.
Yeah.
And then get shut down again, and then it just keeps that cycle going.
Yeah. And well, and of course, there's always the concerns of weather, traffic, those sorts of things that may come into play. Driving till midnight tonight, just the idea of that. No thanks. I prefer sleep. So, I mean, it is kind of flip-flopping our sleep schedule.
A little bit.
Yeah. And like I said, we've had plenty of notice on this one, but
It still sucks.
It sucks when you're having to do it in the middle of your day, basically. And, yeah.
Well, by the time we leave here, it's 8 o'clock local time here right now. We're going to get out of here probably, I'm going to say about 9.
I don't know. I think they're almost done.
Okay. Well, we'll just say 9. 5-hour drive. That's what? 14. That's 2 p.m.
Yeah.
If I just run straight there, don't stop. So, got to stop, probably get fuel, whatever. So we're going to get there about 3, which is only 2 hours ahead of schedule anyway. So odds are, this is going to suck.
Even if we're lucky and they load us right when we get there.
It's still going to suck because by 3 p.m., we're usually shutting down for the day.
Yeah. So, I don't know. This is bound to be an interesting return trip. So hang out and we'll see what happens. Appointment was at 5. It's 2:30 and they're currently getting us loaded, so I think we're probably going to get out of here before 5 o'clock. Oh yeah, Wiener update. There he is. He's still kicking down here. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be quite so bad getting back home as I thought it was going to be. For now, we're just sitting here enjoying the lovely weather. It's the end of August and there's a lovely breeze. Partly cloudy today, and the temperature Oh, there's no way it's 80 degrees.
I don't believe it. I think it's cooler than that.
I think it's a lot cooler than that. Because we're just sitting here in this nice weather, being nice. We're being nice. Be nice. Stop touching me.
I don't know if you remember I said earlier when we got here we'd have 5 hours of drive time.
Yeah.
We have 6.
Ooh.
Exactly 6 hours of drive time. We'll have a little bit today, all of tomorrow,
And a little bit
and
of
a
Friday.
little bit Friday, so we should be able to make it. We're going to give it the old college try.
Yeah, there's not going to be any lollygagging. On a high note, I did get naf for lunch today. I didn't know that they had them out here in freaking Virginia. Here's a PSA, because we have gone to naf in Morris, Illinois, several times. And we had a guy ask us the other day, he says, I hate to interrupt your meal, but I have some questions. Is that camel meat?
It is not camel meat.
It is not camel meat. We've overheard other people talking about, well, they don't want to get it because it's spicy.
It is not spicy. I can't handle spicy food. It is not spicy.
He is a Midwest white boy.
Yeah.
No. Now, they do have hot options.
Oh yeah, they got this sauce they'll put on there though.
Ooh, I tried it the other day. I literally could not breathe. The spice was so hot. But you don't have to get it if you don't want to. Otherwise, it just has a really good flavor. Naf. Try it. You just might be surprised and actually like it. And a big old thank you goes out to the man for taking me to Naf for lunch today. back. We picked up in Virginia, in West Virginia, Maryland, Pennsylvania, and Ohio, right? Yeah. That was all the first day on the way back. Yesterday was most of Ohio, Illinois, Indiana, and we just crossed the river into Iowa. And then today we're back in Lamar's, getting ready to pull into the driveway down here at Wells. We've talked a lot about in the last couple of weeks about swapping our sleep schedule. And you would think, what we got up at 4 o'clock in the morning. We drove that first night until 6?
6 or 7.
Yeah. Yeah, 6 or 7 in the evening. And you would think after a day like that, you're tired, you're ready to go to sleep, but I'll be damned if that's what I could do. We laid down in bed at 9 o'clock that night and tossed and turned and tossed and turned and tossed and turned. And I think we were still awake at like 11:30. And then got up the next morning, planning to sleep until 4 or 5. And then the dog decided that he wasn't going to have any of that. So we were up almost an hour before we were slated to leave. So the load required us to swap our sleep schedules, but
Not swap it, we just shifted it a little bit.
I said, consequently, I don't know about him, but I'm tired as hell. So we got done driving yesterday at like 4:30. Anyway, we could get up and
leave till 2:30 this morning.
yeah. And so you're thinking, okay, no problem. That's a little more back to our normal schedule, but I'll be damned if we weren't up an hour before the alarm again today. And I don't think it was the dog that did it this time.
We're here. We are exactly 1 hour before my appointment time.
Right. I think that's why we were awake early, though, because we're feeling that pressure to get here on time. We're getting this load delivered, and then we're going to go to the yard for the safety meeting, and then maybe get our next load assignment. I don't know. We will see. But you know what I always tell you? That's next week's adventure. What does he say?
Like, share, and subscribe.
But in the meantime, thanks for watching. See you, bye.